This is the Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to pitch the sharks.
I'm a fireman, and I design tools
in hopes of getting an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses.
But what if I told you could charge your phone from a pot of boiling water? Wow.
The entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
What's the profit? How does it work?
The profit's tough.
Tough?
You must be kidding me.
If the sharks hear a great idea,
we're projecting to be in the range of about $2 million next year.
Ching, ching!
They're ready to invest using their own money.
There's many venture capital firms. There's only one Shark Tank.
And they're willing to fight each other for a piece of the action.
Would you go 40%?
No.
20/20?
No, this is not a company, it's a product.
Oh, Lord.
I don't care what Mr. Putin says about this. And if you want to step in and take my 75 at a different price, go ahead.
What are you going to do?
I'm suffering, I'm suffering.
Who are the sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Damon John is a fashion and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU, with over $6 billion in retail sales to date. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. Laurie Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 300 products, grossing over $500 million in retail sales. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur, tech guru, and the outspoken owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks. First Into the Tank is an innovative service to connect students and teachers.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Taylor Robinson, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm the proud owner of Taylor Robinson Music, and we're here today to raise $100,000 in exchange for 10% equity in our company. Now, I'm a musician. I've been playing guitar for over 20 years, and I started this company while in my high school garage band. And from those meager roots, we've come to revolutionize the way people find and hire private music instructors all over the country. Now, it's unfortunate, but music programs get cut from schools every day, leaving parents wondering, where do I go for music lessons? They often look on websites they can't trust, or they'll look for flyers at instrument stores, but they won't know who they're getting. They won't know if their instructors are any good, if they're a good match for them, or if they're even safe to let in their homes. Taylor Robinson Music says, don't find your teachers in chat rooms. That's gross. Taylor Robinson Music solves these problems and a whole lot more. Here's how it works. Students use our website or mobile app by entering in their zip code and the instrument that they want to learn. When they do, they can search through literally thousands of Taylor Robinson Music screened and approved instructors in their area. They can read reviews, they can see their specialties, they can look at maps, they can even see schedules. When they pick the instructor perfect just for them, they then use our site to schedule and book the lessons. In Taylor Robinson Music, it's a small commission. Cha-ching! Moving on up! Sharks, we've had a lot of success to date, but we need your expertise and your help to crank this thing to 11. So, who's ready to rock with Taylor Robinson Music?
Yay.
Very good, ladies. Woo! Beautiful voices.
Thank you so much.
Taylor, do we make any money?
We've made over $2.5 million in the past 5 or 6 years.
Ching, ching! Last 12 months?
Last year we made $450,000. This year we're about to make $550,000.
What's the profit? How does it work?
The profit's tough.
Tough?
Yeah, the profit numbers are tough. We've made only about $40,000 a year in profit. And that's why we're here today.
Why?
Why? Because we have two costs that are messing up our margins. The first is the cost of customer acquisition. The second is the cost of operation.
How are we going to fix that?
Well, lucky for you, I've already fixed one of those problems. We have been becoming experts in local search engine optimization. This is the most effective way for us to find our students, but it's still costing us $33 to acquire each customer.
So what is your margin when you do a sale?
An average lesson, half-hour lesson, costs $23.
And what do you make off of that?
$9. Yeah, 38% margin. But we're only bringing in maybe $3 or $2. What we're looking here to do is raise some money to finish our enterprise system. to automate a lot of the systems that we're having to do manually.
How many instructors do you have on the site in total?
Right now, we have 4,000 instructors.
How are you vetting these people? They're going into people's homes.
That's the question.
Yes.
Now,
So what?
we're dealing, safety is number one. We're looking at background checks, criminals, sex offenders, social security.
And that's your overhead costs that you were talking about that were killing you, right?
You do all that screening.
That's part of the system that could use automation. Now, the real situation is that most instructors are professional touring musicians. Our teachers are not just academics. We're not the old lady with the ruler. I'm a professional musician. I did this in between tours, and we're specifically looking to hire
So there's a
recording
coolness
artists.
factor, right?
Exactly.
So that leads to, who are the stars, right? Brag. You're on national television, Taylor. Brag.
All right, so the guitarist for Earth, Wind, and Fire, or a lot of people that are on American Idol that come second, or somebody who's on.
have those
So you have them on your list?
You have them on
Absolutely.
your- and are they actively teaching?
Yeah, they're
So they're
doing
doing
it
it for
popular.
$23? Right, so the offering...
Robert, I know that you see them on television. I know that you know the names of the bands, but I'm telling you, these guys do not have as much money as you think they do.
Taylor, I took guitar lessons from a master. I mean, the guy played with Aerosmith. He was getting about 90 bucks an hour because everybody wanted to use him. Is there variability?
Absolutely.
I am a premium guy, and I want to go on your site. Can I set my price?
Can you? Absolutely not. No.
No, that's a big mistake
The
in your
instructors
model.
cannot set their price.
Why do you care? Why don't you just take your percentage off whatever my market rate is?
Our software can't handle each instructor having a different rate, but we're very close to finishing the software to
You
do
must
that.
be kidding me.
We'll be able to do that with a very small one-time fee, about $50,000. We'll be able to not only make those adjustments, we'll be able to simplify payroll.
I would have preferred you came into the Shark Tank with all of that worked out and you just needed to pour gasoline on a proven model. That's not what we got here.
Okay.
You should have fixed this stuff and then come in here saying, I fixed it all and I need $100,000 to pour gasoline on it. I would have been interested. I'm not interested in this. I'm out.
So what we've got here is sales. We've got a proven interest, a massive proven interest in our product and our service.
You're very, very close. There's a lot of holes in the dike, and you've identified where they all are.
Right.
But putting the putty in there, or putting a finger in there, that's a little bit more complicated than I think you're giving it credit for.
Sure.
Because if it goes wrong, where are you? You're back in the same hole.
Sure.
Right? And so you're a little bit too early, and so for that reason, I'm out.
Right, absolutely. I think it's spectacular advice.
Taylor, I think you're close. You're like an out-tuned guitar. You just got to tune it up a little bit. I'm not seeing the big jump today.
Sure.
I'm out.
Taylor, I'm an investor on a very similar product called Game Changer Meetings.
Okay.
You go on there, you want to meet a supermodel, show you how to walk down the runway?
Right.
Anybody can show you how to walk down the runway, but if you want a supermodel, it's $4,000.
Wow.
I think your positioning is absolutely wrong. I think you're working hard and not smart. And for those reasons, I'm out.
In my business in QVC, I have to convince somebody in 4 minutes why they should pick up the phone, why they should buy. And as you've been standing here, you didn't do that. I find there's so much confusion. I'm out.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Learn it.
I don't know if I want some guy who was in a rock band coming to my house to teach my daughter how to play an instrument.
Well, hey man, we gave it all we got. It's their loss.
Even though we didn't get a deal today, I'm encouraged to move forward. They seem like they like me and they like the business, and we're just going to keep doing what we do.
Next into the tank are two friends with a unique way to create your own energy.
Hi, I'm David Toledo. And I'm Caleb White. Our company is Power Practical, creators of the Power Pot. We're seeking a $250,000 investment for 10% equity in our company. We know that just about everyone knows how to boil a pot of water and charge their phone. But what if I told you could charge your phone from a pot of boiling water?
Our first product is the Power Pot. It takes fire and water and makes power with no moving parts. It's a great solution which we use to generate portable, on-demand power because it works day, night, rain or shine. The best part is it's super easy to use.
And I'm going to show you how easy it is to use. You simply take your power pot, you add water to the pot, you fire up your stove, you take your regulator cord, you plug it into the back, and as you can see in a matter of seconds, you're making power.
Wow.
The Power Pot is an incredible innovation that is a simple cooking vessel that now doubles as a mini renewable power plant. Who wants to join our team and keep charging?
Pretty cool, guys. Can we see the packaging?
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't need to put water in it, do you?
You do need to put water.
Why?
So the power pot is a thermoelectric generator, which means it takes a temperature difference from the bottom of the pot and whatever's inside, which should be water, and turns it into electricity with no moving
So
parts.
as the water heats up, it becomes less efficient in generating electricity?
Yes, so as the temperature difference decreases, it produces less power.
So Caleb, how long would it power something?
The power pot outputs 5 watts or 1 amp of current, so that means 90% of the USB devices will charge just as quickly as at home.
Is there anything protected or anybody can do this?
So we filed a patent in 2010, and it's been published and it's still pending.
I can't even cook a hot dog in this thing. Like, what's the game plan size-wise?
So in terms of the typical use case for someone that goes into the outdoors,
Yeah.
That's a pot that's pretty common. We actually have larger style pots.
So where have you been selling this set?
So we initially launched our company on a crowdfunding platform.
Which one?
Kickstarter.
What did you raise?
We set out to raise 50 grand in 30 days, and we raised 126. We pre-sold roughly 1,000 units.
What do you guys want to do with the money?
So we want to do 3 things. We want to sell more product. We want to get into more doors, which we need to hire a few more people. Second thing we want to do is we're doing some testing with some big box stores, and so we need to assist in the sell-through with some point of sale. And then the third thing we want to do is we want to continue to expand our product line.
You're asking for $250,000 for 10%. You're valuing the company at $2.5 million, and you've sold $300,000 worth of goods.
This year.
Have you got any orders from outdoor retailers?
Yeah, we are in over 100 different doors right now.
Beyond a niche product, how big is this market? Like, what could your sales be next year?
We're projecting to be in the range of about 2 million next year. But there are some solar companies that are doing tens of millions of dollars of sales every year.
So when I was a teenager, I was a camp counselor, and I used to take 2-week trips without any food. We'd go out into the wilderness. I have very unfond memories of that time. And I hate camping today, and I have a new rule. Wherever I sleep, there's a mint on my pillow. So I have absolutely no interest in your deal. I'm out.
All right. Well, thanks, Kevin. We appreciate your time.
No problem.
Unlike Kevin, I enjoy the great outdoors a lot, and I know roughing it. So when I go out and I rough it with my Range Rover, my computers, my cable TV, my masseuse, and my pop-up McDonald's store, I really understand the value of that. But I just don't see the market for that. This business is too small for me to invest in. I'm out.
I see you in an early phase of this. I'm not really sure how big it's going to go, so I'm out.
Well, thanks, Lori. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, we have 2 sharks left, I believe.
Well, unlike the other 3 soft and fluffy sharks, I do love camping, and I was a Boy Scout for many, many years. I think it's a beautiful design, and the form factor is perfect for camping. Everything goes in, will fit in your backpack, but at a $2.5 million value, you're asking for $250,000 for 10%. I think you've already priced in the size of that market. I don't see a way for me to participate today. I'm out.
Okay. Thanks, Robert.
And then there was one.
Four sharks are out. Mark Cuban is PowerPot's last chance for a deal.
And then there's one.
Where do you see the company in 3 years? What other applications do you see for that?
The emerging markets. That's a market that we see could be a huge benefit on our side.
You mean like third world application?
We have power pots in Uganda with a nonprofit. They're keeping track of them, finding out what people are using them for.
But just their phones, right? Just being able to...
That's what we thought it was going to be. It was going to be phones, but that ends up not being the case.
What is the case?
In Uganda, because they have a fire indoor, they want lights.
What are you going to do, Mark? The pot's boiling.
I know.
Pot's boiling, and it's charging.
Guys, I like what you're doing. I like the social aspects of it. I just get the sense that you've got all the pieces you need.
We see tons of value in bringing someone like you to the table. So closing a round with you means we potentially will never have to raise money again, ever.
Since you guys are smart, I'll offer you $250K for 20%.
For 20%?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Mark, We have investors that have already put money up to the table. We put a tremendous amount of value in that. We feel like that would not be very good.
So you see no value in all the stuff you just said that was so great about Mark? Is that what you're saying?
No. I just am saying that...
Well, cut the value in half.
But a shark brings more than just money, and I think you made reference to that.
Well, we still see a lot of value in bringing on Mark.
You don't see that much. You only see 10% value.
There's many venture capital firms out there. There's only one Shark Tank.
So what if we did 12% equity for $250,000 plus another 3% of advisor options and offer a seat on our board?
You got a deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
If it's a good company, it's a good company. Congratulations. Good job.
Mr. Cuban, we appreciate it.
They even called you Mr. Cuban.
I don't like that. I like Mark.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah, boy. Try that again.
That was a good one, Mark. Good. That was a really good product.
It's a good company.
I just hate camping so much.
On the very first episode of Shark Tank, Tiffany Crumans brought a homemade prototype of her children's medicine dispenser, Ava the Elephant, into the tank. And she struck a deal with Barbara Corcoran.
You know what? I'd love to take your offer.
We're going to make money on this together.
Let's see how she's doing now.
Okay, guys, let's make these a priority. You know, I really still can't believe that Barbara took a gamble on me that first episode. 5 years ago, I walked into the Shark Tank as green as it comes. I'm trying to play hardball, can you tell? Barbara kind of took me under her wing and helped me transform my prototype into a real product. All of this happened while I was battling thyroid cancer. I truly believe that my business was a great motivator to fight cancer and beat it. Today, I am so happy and thankful to report that I am still cancer-free. The biggest thing that's happened in my business is a connection with a company called Health Ponds. Health Ponds is so important to me because they have unlimited resources and connections with doctors and hospitals. They've allowed me to get into doors that I could not get into before. We already have confirmed purchase orders for over $6 million in hospitals and doctors' offices alone.
Patty, I'm offering you my entire share in Ava the Elephant.
I would like to offer you 230,000 shares of Health Ponds.
With the stock swap, I'm becoming a partner in Health Ponds, and Health Ponds is becoming a partner in Ava the Elephant. We're taking our best resources and putting them together.
We can help put more smiles on more sick children's faces.
We are presenting to you the Phoenix Award for your creation of Ava the Elephant, which has benefited the lives of many children across the nation. To be recognized today for all of my work with children and bringing manufacturing to the United States is just phenomenal. My Shark Tank experience has been truly life-changing. I went from working as a nanny to providing for my family. I'm truly touched. Thank you. When you first saw me on the show, my daughter was 3 months old. She has literally grown up in this industry. It brings me to tears thinking about how proud I am to show her that you can do this, that you can follow your dreams.
My name is Stan Crizel. This is my partner, Kevin Ellering. We're from Sugar Grove, Illinois, and we live with our dog, Max.
Stan and I met when we were 25 years old, and it really was love at first sight. He is very business-oriented. I'm a lot more laid back. Stan's the brains, I'm the beauty.
I was very successful in real estate, but when the real estate market crashed, it changed everything. And we needed to find a new business to get into to bring in the cash flow we needed.
Watching Stan have to shut the doors for the last time was devastating. It was the hardest thing that we've been through together, for sure. How do you like these colors?
I think it looks good.
We've always gotten along very well, so we thought it would be fun to start a new business venture together.
Our product is unique because every experience is one of a kind, and we're paving the way to new adventures.
To get this business going, we risked everything. We risked all of our finances, even our relationship was put to the test.
Here's to building a new future, Stan.
Sounds good.
We've experienced firsthand the pain of losing a business. So this new company is our way of getting back on track. So if things don't go our way in the tank, this could be the end of the road for us.
Oh, Lord. Oh, that is so cool.
Hey! They got little people in there.
Lori, let's hop on.
Hi.
Hi.
Bye. Bye.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Stan Crizel.
And my name is Kevin Ullery. We're from Chicago, Illinois.
Our company is Fun Time Express. We are seeking a $125,000 investment in exchange for a 20% equity stake in our businesses.
Sharks, we want you to take a trip down memory lane. Think back to those days in your childhood when mom and dad would take you along for a trip to the mall, when you were dragged from store to store, stuck in an endless loop of rejection and boredom. Dad, can I get some ice cream?
No.
Mom, can I go to the toy store?
No, here's some money. Why don't you go ride the merry-go-round while I get myself a new pair of shoes?
And there you find yourself sitting on a dirty plastic horse, going in circles on a trip to nowhere.
That's the problem. Most malls offer the same old attractions.
Well, Sharks, we've broken the confinement barrier. We want you to relive your childhood and imagine what trips to the mall would have been like with a ride on
the Fun Time Express. That's right. Fun Time Express is a trackless train ride for all ages.
And we travel through the entire mall. So it gives dads a chance to take a break, moms a chance to window shop, and shopping malls are just the beginning. Our trains are built and equipped to handle any event or environment, like parks, amusement parks, sports arenas, even private parties.
Thank you, Sharks. We are ready for your questions.
Is this an existing business? Is this a brand new startup?
We currently have 5 operational trains. Actually, a 6th one was placed online a couple of weeks ago. This will be our lucky number 7.
Walk us through how I make money.
Monday through Thursday, it's like virtually most retail businesses. Friday and Saturday, basically, we can have several $100s, even $500 to $800 on a weekend.
That's it? $500 in 2 days? That
what is
sucks.
it? What is it a nickel to ride it?
No, it's $3 to ride a train.
What's the capital expenditure to buy the train?
Each train is about $37,500. Believe it or not, 6 to 8 months is the expected projected time to pay off a train in full from net proceeds.
Stan,
That's the beauty about it. There's limited overhead.
Stan, so what do you pay the mall?
Malls are basically individually negotiated leases.
Last year, what did you gross and what was your net?
When we started in 2011, we sold 31,000 tickets.
So you did about 95?
We did about $106,000 in gross revenues, about $47,000 was net profits. In 2012, we doubled. We actually went to about 62,000 in ticket sales. We went to about 216,000 in gross revenues, and we went to a little over 80,000 roughly in net profits. Next year, with all 7 trains fully operational, we're projecting it selling over 300,000 tickets.
$3 a ride. I'm just curious where you picked that number from.
$3 seems to be the magic number. In November, December, like many stores do, you could boost up to 1 ticket for $5, 2 for $8, 3 for $10, and we haven't done that in one mall. Too bad.
Yeah, look, you've got constrained capacity. You got 24 or 28 seats, right?
Absolutely.
And so your ability to change your prices expands by the traffic in the mall, right?
Absolutely.
So variable pricing is the wave of the future. I'm glad you're on top of it. But the bigger issue is it's not really a scalable business, right? It's tough to grow this.
Well, they get more malls.
Well, of course you get more malls, but then the more malls you get, the more people you need to manage them, the more people you have to manage all the people you have driving the trains, maintaining the trains. Even though I realize over multiple years it might be a nice little income for an individual operator, from an investor's perspective who's looking to get a return in addition to what you're looking to get, that makes it more difficult, and so for that reason, I'm out.
You know, I grew up riding trains a lot as a kid, but it was an F train, so, you know, I would get off there and flash my vagrant, my pockets would be picked, and I'd have bed bugs by the time I get off the train.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was F train, New York City. So I want to believe in this, but I took my kids on something like this at the carnival, right? By the time I was done, both of my kids were playing online poker on their smartphone. They couldn't care less. It's just not a model for me. I'm out.
We understand. Thank you for the audience. We appreciate it so much.
What every shark is struggling with is the scalability and the actual return. I mean, it's sort of...
You came in too early is what he's saying.
There's one of these deals that I'm tempted, but it's too small.
But that's the idea.
Where's the world domination of the mall?
Let's not limit it to malls. We can take these anywhere.
That's why we need you.
You know, I think I get it. It's interesting. It's small. The train is small. The deal is small. The returns are small. I like to think big.
Well, let's think big together.
Big.
This train can grow.
Basically, if we did absolutely nothing all next year, that's $150,000 in net profit. That's passive income, Mr. Wonderful. You love to invest in stocks.
I like it. There's a little concern about economies in different regions, but the model basically works. It's not bad. It's just small.
Here's the great thing about your business. You're making a pretty steady stream of income. I think this is a great business for you guys, but it's too small for an investor. I'm out.
Guys, look, I'm very tempted because back in my envelope calculations, you're making about 20% return on the capital. On your crappy
25, 30%. Give us one of your crazy proposals.
It's just too small. It's just too small. It's just too small.
They're small and small.
I'm suffering with
small too, and look where you are today.
What are you going to do?
You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm suffering listening to you.
Okay, look, guys, it's too small for Mr. Wonderful. I'm out.
Thank you for your consideration.
Oh my gosh, that train finally left the station.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this because I like what you're doing in that you're bringing something to the malls that's different. You're kind of bringing back something that's fun for kids and parents can do it with them. It's like a feel-good, nice kind of business.
And it is, Lori. Thank you for saying that. Because,
go ahead.
Well, you know, when Stan first approached me about this and said, well, Kev, we're going to drive choo-choo trains in the mall. I was a little apprehensive, to say the least. But then once I went to the mall and saw it in person, it's exactly what you said. There was just such a level of joy associated with it, and we were going through a pretty rough time. I just think, you know, it would be so wonderful to get one of you guys behind us.
May I say one thing? We are willing to do 100% return. Every dollar that we make from the sale of tickets, every dollar would go towards paying that debt in full. Then thereafter, you would get 20%.
That's interesting to me. So here's my offer. I'm going to offer you half, but I'm going to need another shark in with me.
Okay.
I'd like Mr. Wonderful, my buddy here, because of connections, and he fits.
You're wrestling with this, man.
Yeah, I am, because it's actually not a bad business. All right, Stan and Kev, the offer is this. You get $125,000, you have 2 sharks, and we are going to get 20% of the whole business, and we'll grow this together with you. There's some metrics I want to work on. I want to tweak with you. We can make more money than you're making.
What do you say, guys?
Absolutely.
We would love to do business with both of you.
And we want a dining car.
And you would get your dining car.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you all for your attention.
It's a good thing to be doing.
Presentation.
We will not let you down.
All right, let's sell some tickets.
There's lots of tickets, guys. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
You bobos did all that thinking and you didn't even negotiate.
No, don't worry.
Because we're getting our money back.
We're excited, America. We're going to bring a trackless train in every mall in America.
Next into the tank is a firefighter with an invention to prevent costly damage for homes and businesses.
Sharks, I'm Matt Scarpuzzi, and my company is Quickstop Fire Sprinkler Tools. I'm seeking $150,000 in exchange for 10% equity in my company. What would you do if the fire sprinklers above your head right now started to pour out an entire bathtub of water every other minute? Now, fire sprinklers are the best way to save lives and protect property. The bad news is, every year in the United States, accidental activations of these sprinkler heads cause billions of dollars in water damage. I'm going to show you what an activated sprinkler head looks like. I want you to imagine this water pouring out inside your home or your business. What you need is a Quickstop fire sprinkler tool. With the Quickstop, you're not just getting an incredible tool, you're getting an insurance policy that protects your greatest investments from expensive water damage. Sharks, I need your help to keep that water in the ocean with you where it belongs and not in our homes and our businesses.
Can we see one?
Absolutely, I have samples that I'll bring to you. And these are on sprinkler heads, so you can actually use them yourself.
Thank you, Matt.
So this is something that you normally carry around as a fireman?
These are on every truck in the city that I work for. And yes, this is a tool that we use to shut off fire sprinkler heads when we're called to scene.
Matt,
yes.
Walk me through the premise. The fire alarm goes off, the sprinkler system goes off. So then we know it's a false alarm. Is the premise that the building guy would then go to every sprinkler and turn it off?
That's one of the myths about fire sprinklers, is that every sprinkler head goes off. Only the head that is nearest to the heat source or the fire, or the one that gets accidentally hit, goes off. So
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, 90% of the time, if there's a fire, one sprinkler head goes off. And most of the time when they're accidentally hit, It's usually 1.
Can't the building just turn the water source off to that part?
If it was only that easy. I've been on calls where it has taken over 45 minutes for the building engineer to find the shutoff.
Yes, I've experienced that.
Hundreds of thousands
So
of
Matt,
dollars.
you're going to have to educate every single potential buyer about the merits of this tool. That is a form of hell on earth.
Unless it happens to you, which I had it happen to me. And black sludgy water comes out. It's not clear water. And then when that water comes out, it stains and ruins everything, and it floods out. So it went down floor after floor after floor, flooding all the floors all the way down.
I've literally seen one sprinkler head on the 32nd floor of a high-rise. By the time we got there, which we were 8 blocks away, it was down to the parking garage.
So is your premise that individuals would buy this, or will building managers buy it? I mean, who are you going to sell this to?
Our goal is to sell it to the 33,000 fire departments that are in the United States.
But don't the fire departments already have a tool like this?
No, they don't.
They don't?
They don't?
I'm not kidding you. Before I invented this tool, I would show up and I would feel utterly useless.
So you had no tool to turn it off?
We would take wooden door chocks and we would hammer them together inside of the opening.
Tell us about the economics then, right? What do they cost to make? What are you going to sell them for?
We have sold almost $18,000 in the last 6 weeks. Those cost about $25 each to manufacture.
What do you sell them for?
They sell for $89.95.
Who were you selling to? Who did you find was your customer?
We have sold fire departments, HOAs, building construction workers, hospitals.
I like products that get sold into a very narrow market because it's easy to capture. But I'm trying to get my head around, are the departments going to buy one for every fireman or just put one on the truck? Because if it's one on every truck, it's not that big a market.
Most of what we're selling to is one on every engine. However, the fire department is one little sliver. The market that we're selling to is the people who go in and install these systems because they knock them off. Homeowners who have had one go off above them because they've suffered the pain of the water coming down.
Is there a patent on it?
This has a utility patent that was filed back in May, and we're still waiting to hear back from that.
And what are you going to do with the 150?
I need to buy more parts. We have a couple orders that are possibly coming forward in the thousands, and I don't have that inventory on hand right now.
Basically, anybody that has a fire sprinkler system should have this tool in their home, but getting to them is a whole different problem.
That brings up a great point. And
no kidding.
I actually have a second product.
Oh.
And this is our home fire sprinkler kit. It is designed for the homeowner. It is actually a 2-piece tool, and it not only stops fire sprinklers, but it stops other plumbing leaks around your house.
How does it work?
There is a disposable cartridge that gets loaded into the handle of the gun. This is designed to fit sprinkler heads as well as other plumbing. So if you have a sink, like I have here, and you have a hose break.
What about a pipe break?
So you have this hose that's pouring water out, or a pipe, a faucet, a tap, between 5/16 and an inch. This gets inserted into the leak, goes up inside, and basically you push the handle of the tool forward, which expands the balloon and locks the cartridge in place.
But that has existed for quite some time.
What, that tool?
Yeah, where I'm from, we would fold the hose in half and put a cinder block on it, and that's it. No more leak. So let's get back to the sprinkler head over here. The challenge with this is really educational. I wouldn't even know where to start with this.
That's the challenge.
Yeah.
That's not a challenge.
Really?
Okay,
what's the solution,
but it's
Mark?
a challenge for me.
You're going to go door to door and sell them to each home?
No, but
Hi, I'm Mark Cuban. I've solved your problem.
Hey, I used to go door to door selling when I was a kid.
You can start again?
Yeah, why not?
I have absolutely no knowledge in how I can help you with this. You've come up with an ingenious product, but I'm out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Lori, if there was ever a QVC product, this has to be it.
Here's my feeling. You risk your lives every day to save us, and now you're doing something really admirable in that you're trying to create a product that stops damage in our homes. And because I think this is something needed and really good, I'm going to make you an offer. But I think there's a lot of risk in it, so I'm going to need another shark in with me. So I'm going to offer you half, $75,000, but I'm going to want 18%. So they would get 18% as well, so it would be 36% total. And I think this should be a consumer product as well. But we need to get one other shark in.
One shark is out. Lori has made a partial offer, but wants another shark in on the deal.
So I'm going to offer you half, $75,000, but I'm going to want 18%. So they would get 18% as well, so it would be 36% total.
All right, Matt, so I think it's a very clever design, but I disagree with Lori. I don't see it as a large consumer product. I think you will definitely sell one to every fire department, but until you came out here today, I didn't realize that you get false alarms with them. So I don't see a self-evident consumer market. The training challenge is tremendous to educate people. I'm out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm going to clarify. For me to be invested, it's the whole kit and caboodle. It's this for the sprinkler heads. It's that for leaking pipes. It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
Yes.
And
it's actually one more thing.
Oh, great. Bring it on.
But wait, there's more. Firefighters climb ladders all day long. The average person doesn't. And in order to get up to the sprinkler head, how do they get up there without climbing a ladder? So what I did was I designed a pole. And the pole actually gets the quick stop talon into the pole. It telescopes out over 12 feet. And anybody, like a homeowner maintenance worker, can operate.
That, I think, is brilliant because you get it fast.
When do you have time to work?
My brain is always moving.
Let me declare my position on this because, you know, I see the merits of the product, but I do not see the path to market. I think it's a very challenging one. The only way I would do the deal and be the other 75,000 in Lori's scenario is if I get 25%. She can stay at 18, but I think the challenge is really...
That's one hell of a fire you're going to have to put out.
I would encourage Lori to go 25%, and the partnership would get 50%, which is what I think it deserves. I don't care what Mr. Cuban says about this. I think the challenge here is brutal. And if you want to step in and take my 75 at a different price, go ahead and do it. But I want 25% because this is not a company, it's a product.
I do appreciate that offer, and I agree with part of what you're saying, but I do own a company, and we are starting to establish lines of distribution.
Matt, let me ask a question. Why not, given the value proposition that you've discussed, and the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars that can be saved, why $89? Why not $299? Why not $499?
Great question.
As a new product, I put the $89.95 out there to get a feel for the market. And you're absolutely right. We have not had anybody kick at our price. People are paying $200 for a sprinkler tool that can't do what mine does.
Right. So why aren't you charging $299? Right. It's because it solves all your problems.
Because I'm a fireman and I design tools, and that's what I'm good at.
Therein lies the problem.
And I'm learning this. And I'm learning
That's why I want to be commensurate with the risk inherent.
The problem is you don't have a company. You're an inventor. And you have a full-time job and a full-time obligation. And so whoever the partner is, if you get a partner, is going to be responsible for that other side. So my point is, I'm not looking to have to insert that much manpower to help develop a company.
So my ask is not unreasonable.
You can decide on that, but to answer the question, I'm out.
Thank you.
Mark's out, Damon's out. Kevin made you an offer, $75,000 for 25%. If Lori goes in with him, you're giving up 50% of your business to get your $150,000. You got to make a decision.
Well, Lori, she hasn't clarified where she stands.
Lori, are you in on that?
I would like you, Kevin, to go in with me.
Right.
Because this is a good product. Would you go 40%?
No.
20-20?
No. It's a partnership 50-50. Half the work is here. That's the way I look at it. The immense amount of work it's going to take to actually bring this to market. It's weighing on my shoulders now.
Lori, Kevin's firm, $75,000 for 25%.
What do you
Are you in on that deal?
Yes, but it doesn't sound like he's in on that.
All right,
deal.
we don't know. So the offer on the table right now to clarify is, you get two sharks. Each of them want 25% because of the weight of work ahead of us.
I do understand the deal. I thank you, and I cannot do 50% of my business at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great idea.
Sorry,
Thank
it's a
you.
great
You're gonna
idea,
be fine, Matt.
and I really wish you good luck.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.